today we're going to talk about the new meta inside of Counter-Strike 2. You're going to learn what to do in order to win more games, win more rounds, and just have better gunfights and be a better individual player. But before we get into that, guys, SkinSwap is the sponsor of today's video. They are also kind enough to sponsor you with a free bonus by clicking on the link in the description. SkinSwap is the ultimate place for Counter-Strike 2 and Rust skins with a massive trading inventory in a top tier marketplace offering the most competitive rates out there. The best part is that you can earn an insane 40% deposit bonus when you use the link in the description. Combine that with the top of the line selling feature, including multiple different cash out methods, and their trading feature, which takes under a minute, and there is absolutely no reason to not sign up with the link in the description. Alright, so the new meta inside of Counter-Strike 2 right now has to be using the AUG and the SG. Now I'm going to talk about both of them and kind of the advantages that each of them give you, and there is some disadvantages, but for the most part these guns are just overall better than the M4 right now, and the SG can even be better than the AK. So first of all, let's talk about the negative. The AUG does cost a lot more than the M4. The AUG is $3,300 while the M4 is $2,900. The A1S is, the M4, you know, it's not that much of a price difference, to be honest. It's $200, but I mean, the AUG is expensive, but at the end of the day, you're going to get value out of what you're paying for, right? So what I love about the AUG is obviously that it has a scope, and so does the SG. Both of these guns have scopes, and I think that's why they're also being used a lot more inside of Counter-Strike 2. So these scopes are going to give you a very good advantage when it comes to Counter-Strike 2, because right now the spray patterns can be very rough, right? So when we're using guns, even the A1S, it can be kind of rough to spray down enemies in the heat of the battle and when people are swinging you and moving around. So the AUG is really good because in the meta right now, it pays off to be able to tap, right? Tapping is huge right now. And it feels a lot easier to get those one-tap headshots than it does to get the full spray down kills, right? So the AUG is going to be able to destroy opponents because they, you know, you're magnifying your screen, right? You're magnifying it, and from their POV, they're swinging with an AK here. If they don't get that first pull headshot, it's kind of hard for them to spray you down as fast like they could in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So besides the scope, which is a pretty obvious advantage and something that most people realize, my favorite thing to do with the AUG right now is, say I'm playing mid-window and they smoke me off. I love just sitting here and shooting the edges of the corners of the smoke because you can see behind it. I can see everything that's coming out. And it is so hard to do that with an A1S, right? It's so hard to sit here and look at that. Like, I can't see anything that's going on, right? Like, I can see a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to actually take advantage of that and get kills. Smoke spamming with the SG and the AUG is unmatched, right? It's literally unmatched. It's so good, and, you know, you can see everything behind. I've gotten so many kills doing this. I love it right now. I love it. That's why I'm buying the AUG every chance that I can get, is because of this new mechanic. Let's go ahead and jump over to T side and talk about the SG now, because both these guns are absolutely insane. I'm telling you. So, all right. So the SG, the advantage is it's a little cheaper than the AUG. It is $3,000, and it's only $300 more than the AK. The SG, I haven't been fully convinced. I haven't been fully tipped over to the side of using it every round, every game. I'll use it every once in a while right now, but I can't see the purpose it has and the value it has. The disadvantage is that it is more expensive and it shoots a lot slower than the AK. You know, it does shoot very slow, so you got to be aware of that. But the spray pattern on it, people always complain about the spray pattern. Here it is. This is what it looks like. How is that a hard spray pattern? It's not like the other ones, but all you got to do is pull down to the left. Look how easy that is. That spray pattern is so easy to learn. You could learn that in under 30 minutes if you've never, you know, messed with it before. It's so easy. Literally, you just pull down to the left. But the value out of this gun does not come from spraying. It comes from tapping. It will one-shot in the head, which is just great. It's like the AK, so it's really good. And like I said, it has that scope, and it's so important because a lot of people are struggling with the AK spray right now. That's what they're really struggling with, is controlling it. It can be pretty hard. So to counter that, you know, you just pull out the scope, pull out the COD gun, and it's so easy. And the same concept as I said before with the AUG. You know, when there's smokes down somewhere, right? Smoke down in connector. You can just come here and shoot through it. And I know the tracers are showing like the red and blue little dots on the wall, but it's so easy to see what's behind the smoke when you do this. These guns are sick with that, and it truly is going to be the new meta is using these. I mean, it already is the meta. You see professional players using it in all their matches and stuff, but just that alone is really good. And it just gives you the versatility to scope in if you need to, and it kind of bridges the gap between a rifle and an op, right? Or like an M4 and an op, or AK and an op. It kind of just sits in the middle, and you know, it's not your op, but it's also better than the AK, or better than the M4. I will say that the SG can be pretty bad against ecos, just the way it works. But one, its armor penetration and, you know, damage through armor is so good. It just melts through armor, and it will kill the other player so fast. So yeah, guys, I think you should start using these guns. Honestly, I've been using the AUG in all of my ECL matches, and I've been farming with it. The SG, just use it every once in a while. Use it when you're not feeling the AK, and you're gonna be set. So yeah, a little bit more of a low-key video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something from it. I want to see you using the AUG and SG more in your matches. So I'll catch you guys later. Keep grinding. Peace out.